Schrodinger's cat or needless murder is a thought experiment that used a cat and a gun. It went like this. Schrodinger had a cat and shot it, and then put it into a box, all in the name of learning. The scientific community was like, wow, that's a great experiment, but it was cruel and also murder. However, because Schrodinger was a scientist, he was able to get away with this. So what did that little spiel have to do with anything? It's obvious, really. I'm joking. At any point in that bloody box of Schrodingers, there could be 0 to 100 dead cats, and you wouldn't know how many there are until you opened it up. And by that time, quantum mechanics would be able to answer that for us. However, until that point happens, we still don't know how many times Schrodinger got away with murder. Just like how we don't know if that moon landing footage is fake or not. When America got a hold of some German scientists from after the war, they built a rocket. They launched said rocket into the moon with some rocket people inside. While they were up there, they faked being on Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth, they took footage of Neil Armstrong in his studio, acting as though Neil was on the moon. To make it more realistic, Neil took the fake footage of himself on the moon to show it to the rocket people. To which the rocket people said, wow, Neil, this footage is amazing. We have to go back to Earth to show people this great footage of you faking being on the moon. And another rocket person chimed in, this isn't productive, Neil. So Neil responded, doesn't matter, I'm in space, so screw you. This sort of alpha male personality really made an impression on the rocket people. They would listen to anything Neil said, so they went ahead and sent that fake footage of Neil on the moon while on the moon back to NASA, on Earth. And on the tape, the footage was signed NASA. This annoyed NASA and demanded he come back from the moon. Neil refused, and all NASA could do was sit there and wait for Neil to come back with the rocket people. Neil did eventually come back to a hero's welcome. I got a little off topic there. Let's get back to Schroninger. He killed cats. That's what he did for a living. How many? None of them. And all of them. We'll never know for sure either. We can't ask Schroninger. He's dead. But really, at any point in time, he could be alive. Sure, he was dead when he was put in the ground, but thanks to quantum mechanics, he could be anywhere right now. Who's to say his body didn't clip out of the ground and into another place on Earth? At any point in time, Schroninger could be alive. He's underground saying, let me out, but the eggheads standing on his grave are too busy arguing at each other about energy raves or whatever, doing some hardcore math on their Texas Instruments all night long, till one finally goes, is Schroninger alive? The one says no, another yes. So they have to flip a coin on it. Unfortunately, because it's nighttime, they didn't see where the coin landed. So for the moment being, until they find that coin, it can be either or. So there you go. We have Schrodinger's cat, Schrodinger's Neil Armstrong, and Schrodinger's grave. Everything involved is alive and dead, but also faked. How is this possible? Quantum mechanics. Things exist somewhere, someplace, and attempting to figure out something you can't see anymore makes knowing really hard. This is why the moon landing is fake. After we see it go up into space, we never actually see it land on the moon with our own eyes. All we have is footage we got from Earth. God, this was really stupid. Anywho, I'm Danny Dampige. Thanks for watching.